And we mentioned at the very top of the show that last week had a chat to one of the members of the Chinese rock outfit PK14, who were out here as part of the Melbourne Festival that just wrapped up over the weekend, part of Beck's Festival Bar that was happening at the Forum Theatre. Had a chat to frontman Yang Haisong, and he was a really interesting guy. PK14 were really pioneers of the Chinese underground rock scene, forming back in 1997, and have influenced a whole stack of bands, especially young and up-and-coming Chinese bands as well. And I started by asking Yang if he could tell me how the Chinese underground music scene had changed since he started making music all those years ago.
It's back to the 1997. It's like kind of like a punk wave explosion at that time. So a lot of indie bands, alternative and punk, and it's coming out at that time. And all these bands try to do something different with the like first or second wave of Chinese rock and roll bands. So yeah, we get a lot of impression from Western music, like Sonic Youth, like Nirvana, like Fugazi, like Joy Division, this kind of band. But we have no such long history for the rock and roll music. So the scene is still young and still growing up, and we try to create something, our own thing, our own attitude, our own the policy for the thing. So we try to build ourselves, and almost we got no any support from government, from the big company, so it's totally quite underground, quite DIY. So it's quite very, very separation from the pop side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rock side and the pop side. In China, it's very, very separate.
Mm-hmm.
And the rock side is totally indie. We have to do ourselves. We have to try to someone open the clubs, then closed, and at the same time someone opened another and closed.
And is it hard to get your music heard in China? Do you have radio stations that you can get your music played on, or
It's very difficult. It's very, but actually it's back to the 10 years ago. It's much better. I heard my first rock and roll music. It's China. It's a Chinese heavy metal band called Tang Dynasty, but it's from the radio station. It's 18 years ago. But now it's really hard to hear the Chinese rock music in the radio. I don't know why, but I think they don't think it's quite it's a big market for the young kids or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they really played a lot of Western rock music in the radio, like international radio, China, something like that.
Right.
Yes.
You mentioned growing up listening to bands like Fugazi and Sonic Youth.
Yeah.
Was it hard when you were growing up to get access to music like that, say before the internet? How did you find out about this music?
It's very special in China because we got we only bought cassette at that time, but the cassette is cutted by the customer. I think it's a wasted plastic from America or Europe. They transfer to the third world, like China, so it's as the wasted plastic. So and the customers cut it, but we can fix it. We buy it very, very, very cheap and fix it, and it works. So we listen a lot. This wasted plastic fit us a lot. Actually, we listen a lot. It's totally like a rock and roll history lessons. So we listen a lot out of bands, and we try to find new bands in some magazines. At that time, there's no internet in China, so we try to find a magazine, in Chinese magazine, in the music magazine. They have a lot of review about the history, something like that. So we read the article and knew the bands and try to find the cassette and the listening and make a decision. Maybe we just keep the cassette, or we just throw it away or something like that.